From a rat in a maze that is a city that is actually a spaceship, this is Debaser, a film podcast. I'm Jared Rusk, and I'm joined by my co-host Will Taylor. On this show, we explore both new and familiar movies to bring you details and discussion about them as we decide if we will draft them for our fictional boutique physical media label, all in an effort to debase the films and ourselves. Today's episode, a 1990s neo-noir cult classic by the director of The Crow that inspired such films as The Matrix, Inception, Rick and Morty, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and more. After the break, Will and I discuss the influential 1998 sci-fi film Dark City. Stay tuned.
You gotta kick it off with a killer to grab attention. Then you gotta take it up a notch.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us.
Who are you?
I'm Shiva, the god of death.
Cells. Interlinked.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
You nailed that shit so fucking hard. I like when you told me. Actually, you go ahead and like let's roll into it because I've got a lot to say about.
I'm bleeding into that after the intro, baby.
So when you pitched this movie to me, you're like, "Hey, it's a sci-fi movie from the '90s. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not."
I was shocked you hadn't seen it because this feels like a movie you grew up on alongside me on like TNT or TBS.
Right,
or
exactly. Because those were the channels I was watching.
Same, yeah. That's where I saw it. Yeah,
right. And so I was like, "Yeah, maybe." And then when I watched it, I was like, "No, I've never seen this," but I have seen a lot of other things that I've taken from this because you said that there was a lot of other sci-fi things in media that stole from this movie. Yes. And so like the memory juice is 100% Morty's mind blowers in Rick and Morty, like 1,000%.
That too. Yeah, that's not the thing I had in mind.
Okay, cool. I'm curious what your references are.
Council of Ricks.
Because it is the Council of Ricks. Yeah,
it's just all those guys, the strangers.
That's true.
And then they do that in Quantumania too.
Yeah,
which everyone said was ripping off Rick and Morty. I'm like, no, baby, that's ripping off Dark City.
But I think the Council of Kings had been. I'm actually going to look it up in the show, but I'm pretty sure
was it in a comic that predates this. Maybe was Jack Kirby sitting there fucking like he made that shit in the '60s and none of us knew it. You know? Like, that's very possible. Yeah.
Of course, but also like I could see the Matrix 100%. In fact, when I was watching it, I was like, did the Matrix come out before or after this? Because like, holy fuck,
almost exactly a year later.
No shit.
And I'm blowing my trivia already, but like, buddy, they took some of the same sets. That's why it looks so similar. Oh, fuck. Because they filmed in Australia on a Fox lot. And after the film was done, they decommissioned the sets and just sold them off to for the Matrix. And so some of the rooftop scenes are the same rooftops in this movie.
That's crazy. Yeah. I was gonna say while I was watching it, I was like, this is just the 1989 Batman like set.
Dude, oh my God. On the commentary track, the director is even like, I didn't want this to look like Tim Burton's Batman.
Well,
and
it's
like,
fucking bad.
Buddy, it does.
Yeah,
and like not in a bad way at all.
No, yeah.
But like he's like, it looked too like theatrical and too staged. And I'm like, but okay, sure. I don't know. He had a lot of different things in mind for the cinematography that they didn't end up going with. Like he says something about how like when we cut to the strangers, because they're like on the other side of the thing. Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't quite get into it yet, but like when we cut to all the strangers when they're not in the city, basically, he wanted it to be filmed like a documentary. Like he wanted it to be filmed like with like a realist handheld camera footage. Okay. And then he decided very early on it was too hard and they weren't going to do it. I'm like, dude, that's truly wild shit.
That would have been kind of cool if they did do it though.
But yeah, like the movie was so ahead of its time and it did not like it bombed in the theaters.
I'm not shocked.
Critics were like, what the fuck is this? And now like it's a cult classic for a reason, like it inspired so many things. But hey, if you're listening, you might be thinking, what the fuck are they talking about? Well, we're discussing the film Dark City. This movie came out February 27th, 1998, and it is available to watch on a plethora of things, including Tubi, Plex, the Roku channel. I think all of those are free. I don't ever use the Roku channel.
The Roku channel is free.
It is free? Okay, so it's free on all of those. You can also buy it, on Blu-ray or VOD. Arrow Video has a beautiful boutique release that just came out like last month that I was just showing Will before we recorded.
Oh, yes. And it's so nice. Like, I love one of the posters.
I got the limited edition that comes with the book and the poster.
It's
and the
so sick.
Poster is so sick. The poster's double-sided. It has the original theatrical poster.
Right.
and a poster of the cover that they had commissioned for the release.
I love it.
Super
that
sick.
one's really cool.
It's so good. I had to get that because this was like a really like big movie for me when I was 12. Like I remember watching it one afternoon and just my mind was blown. I was riveted by the story.
Yeah. I can't wait to pick your brain on that one because if I had seen this when I was a kid, maybe I would have fallen asleep, but it would have been pretty fucking cool. And there's while I was watching it, I was trying to point my finger at different references that other sci-fi properties took from it. And I have a Warhammer connection, which I'm sure you assumed I was going to make one. Also, Council of Kings, 1963.
God damn. Okay, so that predates Dark City by a lot. Okay. The film was directed by Alex Proyas, and it's based on a script that Alex originally conceived and wrote, and it was later rewritten by Lim Dobbs and David S. Goyer.
Mm-hmm.
You know that last guy.
I know that last one because David S. Goyer, he's not Blade, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And every other comic book movie ever.
Right, yes.
Alex Proyas is perhaps best known for directing The Crow and I, Robot.
Yes, which I've seen one of those. Which one have I seen? It was The Crow. It was.
You never saw I, Robot?
I've never watched it all the way through.
That's a Will movie.
That's what I've been told. Well, it's got Will Smith in it, so yeah. It is a Will movie. So you're right about that.
No, that's that's an okay movie.
Yeah,
it's a fun Sunday afternoon. Alex Proyas just makes TBS ass movies. I just realized.
That's what I was gonna say. The only time I've ever seen like bits and pieces of it was on FX. I'm not even kidding.
Or FX, yeah, that too. TBS was more my style. FX came out after I had cable as a kid. So Lim Dobbs is a writer of very little acclaim. I was looking at his IMDb and I was like, okay, Dark City's the best thing he ever did.
Gotcha.
Same for Alex, honestly. Like you could argue The Crow is better.
I really like The Crow.
It's fine. I was never like a big Crow guy.
Me either,
but I think Dark City's the best movie he's ever made.
It's definitely the most experimental.
Oh, for sure. It's not based and he has not written a lot of movies. Right. Like most of his movies, he comes in and there's already a script, basically.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, there's nothing, this isn't based on anything. Like at all. Like The Crow at least has like comic books,
it's cribbing so many other things, but it's an original idea. Yeah,
and like
correct.
There's he's doing a lot of stuff in this movie.
That's why it was very ahead of its time and has its defenders. David S. Goyer is attached to nearly every comic book movie you can think of, including our recent feature Blade, as I mentioned, even The Dark Knight is probably his most prominent one.
Gotcha.
He's like one of 7 writers on that, I think. And I think he tries to take way more credit for it than he deserves.
Didn't they attach him to Fan Four Stick too? The one from 2015?
That's possible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. Because like every bad comic book movie he's probably attached to as well. And that's why I'm like, anytime he's attached to a good one, I'm like, that might just be a coincidence. He's kind of a hack, that guy. He's so weird.
I was curious what your opinion was.
Interviews with him are weird too.
Are they?
I don't know. He's very forthcoming about stuff, and then also he just sounds like an idiot sometimes too.
Big opinions.
Yeah. Anyway, Dark City is arguably the best thing that either Alex or Lou Dobbs ever worked on.
Yeah.
No offense to those guys, but like, it's not the kind of thing where like you look into their filmography and you're going to find a bunch of gold. And it was kind of all accumulated in this, So the premise of the film is a man struggles with memories of his past, which include a wife he cannot remember, in a nightmarish world no one ever seems to wake up from. Now, do you want to take any swings at what the budget was?
Okay, so this is 1998. Yeah. They were using quite a few CGI effects in it. But
yeah. Did you see the director's cut or the theatrical cut first?
The director's cut, because I went through your text messages because you said...
I was trying to warn you ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. So I did the director's cut and not the theatrical cut.
Okay.
So...
they did add in some CGI in the director's cut in 2008. But that shouldn't be enough to throw you. CGI was still expensive in 1998.
Yeah, but once again, I had to tamp myself because a lot of these superhero movies are like got overblown budgets. So let's go with... 80 million.
Okay, 1998.
Fuck. That was a lot, I thought, in 1998.
That's a way too much in 1998.
Right, but they had like physical sets and there was a CGI, but I guess, if I hadn't seen that, let's go with...
There were no, like, Jennifer Connelly is the biggest star in this.
40 million.
You're getting closer.
20 million? It's not 20,
It's 27.
No shit.
Yeah. Which was a lot for 98.
Yeah.
And for a movie with Rufus Sewell as the lead.
Oh, he's not bad. I know he's not like a household name.
Fine, but he was not selling tickets. Okay,
I
he's not putting butts in seats in this movie.
I know. It was
Kiefer Sutherland
and
plays the third lead.
And he's out acting everybody.
And he was, 100% he is out acting everybody. Or fourth lead, I think, even. He's like, he is the star of the movie to me.
Oh, 100%.
Number one. And number two, like, he was the biggest name on the poster, maybe after Jennifer Connelly.
I was saying, hold on, it could have been
her star was maybe higher than his at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
because she was in a bunch of like rom-coms or something like the time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but she was in like, oh wait, I'm thinking of Requiem for a Dream.
No, because that was in 2000. Later. No, that was in the 2000s.
Was it 2000 exactly or 2001?
I'll check for you in just a minute.
Also, that movie has like the same ending as this.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah, with the pier scene. Yeah. Anyway, budget was $27 million. It grossed $27 million.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're up. It's 2000 exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, the critical response on Rotten Tomatoes is 77%, which is good.
That is pretty good.
I will say that's good. I think it deserves higher, but it was lambasted in its time, which is important. It's a historical thing.
It was too ahead of its time. People weren't ready for
the critical reappraisal. Like has been much higher in recent, in the last 20 years. And you know who was a big proponent of the film from day one?
Roger Ebert.
Goddamn right, it was Roger.
Because Ebert. Here's the thing. He respects. I've got him now. I understand him now. He respects people being bold with cinema, but he does not respect comic books specifically. Like he doesn't.
I can see that. Yeah,
comic books are already like fantastic.
Well, he liked Blade, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he had a positive thing about Blade.
But Blade is like, no, did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. I think he was like 3 out of 4 on that. Let me look this up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah, he was.
But Blade
is
less
Blade.
Fantastical and more like a Slayer, like like a Slayer film. Like he's killing hordes of dudes. It's not like I think in the same realm as
he was 3 out of 4 in
Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat, I'm sure Roger Ebert thought was really fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, but we love that because we were adolescents when that came out, and that we were.
And Mortal Kombat and Blade are very similar. I think they even had the same effects team.
Mortal Kombat's in Blade.
Yeah, exactly. However, Blade was a more put together film. I know they were like doing a lot of things like you had a black lead. What else did he say about it? Because I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
A competent script.
Yeah, exactly. So
excellent fighting choreography.
Yeah, you could tell. That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So there was a lot going for it. So I'm assuming that because it's his original property and he's doing a lot of really weird stuff.
Yeah,
he liked it. That's what I'm guessing.
Well, as I said, film critic Roger Ebert for the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film an enthusiastic 4 out of 4 stars.
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
Yeah, saying Dark City by Alex Proyas is a great visionary achievement, a film so original and exciting it stirred my imagination like Metropolis and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Ebert was a major champion of the film and even appears on a commentary track and a short documentary feature on the physical release.
That's cool.
Yeah. Conversely, though, Peter Keogh, it's like Barry Keoghan. It looks just like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Irish, but I'm not that Irish. Anyway, Peter Coe of the Boston Phoenix gave the film a negative review, writing, Proyas has perhaps unconsciously created an allegory of his own industry, a manufacturer of banal dreams, emotional cliches, hackneyed artifacts, and high-tech hoo-ha designed to conceal the vacancy within and without.
Shut up.
That was so brutal.
That's so mean.
I had to include that.
God damn.
But that was where like a lot of critics at the time were coming down on it with.
I understand.
Saying it was all style and no substance kind of thing. And over on Letterboxd, Debaser legend and Letterboxd user Comrade_Yui gave the film 4 stars, writing Flat Earth Real.
Fuck off. That's so good. Oh my God. That's fantastic.
I should add, Comrade Yui came back about a year or 2 later, wrote a different review.
Oh my God.
Giving it 5 stars. And I'm not going to quote it here because it's about 8 paragraphs long.
Oh no.
And he is just waxing philosophic about how good it is and all the, references it's making. A lot of highfalutin, movie critic speak.
Dude, we got to get him on the show.
We really
got to get him on the show.
Also, okay.
Yeah, what's up?
We have debated if he was we were worried he's not actually the guy that we thought he was that wrote the review for the Zack Snyder movie that I can't remember the fucking name
Red
of.
Planet or some shit.
Harvest
Harvest
Wheat Moon. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is that what it's called?
No.
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
What
It should have been called Harvest Moon. Oh my god, that would have been such a better name.
I know.
Holy shit, we need to rewrite this movie.
They're doing a fucking Bug's Life.
Like half the movie was about harvesting and
you're
like how
right.
beautiful and pure the white Aryan soul is when they harvest grain.
You're right. Holy shit.
Anyway, he did write a glowing, super long review about the movie, but it wasn't the one that I read where he was like,
this is the
making literary
guidelines
references
to how to fight against a fascist government or whatever.
He was another review that sounded exactly like it, and that's why I clocked the name still.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Comrade Yui.
But was he being funny? Was it like backhanded?
I think he is deeply serious.
No!
We have to interview
I
this
need
guy.
to know who this guy
We're going to
is.
do an episode on him. We're
Holy
going to get him on the
fuck.
pod. Or him or her, or they,
them. That's right, yeah.
Whatever
You never
gender,
really know.
it does not matter. Debaser does not discriminate, even outside of Pride Month.
This is true. Pride Month is over.
Pride Month is unfortunately over. Dude, how fucking killer was our Pride Month lineup, though?
It was great. I was very proud of us. I had a lot of pride.
I'm not going to name who it was, but we had a fan reach out and tell us that, like, bro, you covered 2 movies for Pride that I used to beat off to. You know who I'm quoting to?
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like that means we did good.
I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job. The Priscilla episode, I'm very proud of.
Oh, hell yeah. I love all the movies we did. I think
Same.
they're all great. And like, those are such cool movies.
Yeah.
And they're so in our wheelhouse.
Oh, 100%.
Too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we went outside of our comfort zone, so to speak, to
not
cover
even.
like genres or films that we wouldn't otherwise. It's like,
Yeah.
no, dude, we did movies that were like geared for like us, our
Yeah.
aesthetic, our audience.
Dear, close to our hearts, too.
Yeah.
You were glazing so hard, you got to spend
I know. I'm glazing those movies. Not.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not trying to pat ourselves on the back as much as I'm just like
The movies elevated our show.
those.
Not our show
truly,
elevating them.
No, truly, they did. I don't know if we were able to do them justice as much as I was like, I'm happy to at least shine a light on the movies. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, there are 2 versions of this film. There is a theatrical cut and a director's cut. There are quite a few differences between them. And the director's cut was released like 10 years later on physical media.
Oh, no shit.
Because it became a cult favorite, and the studio went back and allowed the director to recut the film and add some CGI.
Oh, is this Warner Brothers? Looks like it.
Yeah.
I see their thing on the side there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. In fact, that makes sense because that's why The Matrix reused the lots.
It's all coming together.
Now, the biggest difference, there's a lot of differences between them, but the biggest difference between the 2 cuts is the opening narration.
Yes, which you warned me about.
Yeah, because I was like, if you end up watching the theatrical cut, just mute it until you see the guy in the bathtub.
Mhm.
And viewer, that goes for you as well. If you can only find the theatrical cut, or if you have an aversion to poor and sloppy editing, maybe just watch the theatrical version, but mute it until the narration's over.
Did you think that the director's cut had poor and sloppy? Oh, I haven't seen the other version, so maybe.
I do.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about
I
it.
don't know how much better I would say the theatrical versions is,
Okay.
but it did have a different editor. So
Gotcha.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, they added a narration to the opening in the theatrical cut of Keith Sutherland, kind of giving the plot away about who the strangers are.
Yeah.
And it removes like half the mystery,
All the mystery,
more than
yeah.
half the mystery,
Yeah.
basically. Because I missed it the first time I saw it on TV. I didn't hear it,
Right, yeah.
For I either tuned in too late
Too
because
late.
like you didn't watch movies from the beginning
Yeah.
every single time back then. You just kind of like changed the channel and found something,
Dude.
something that our kids will never understand.
No, actually, did I tell you about when Ezra learned that that's how TV works?
No.
We were in Gatlinburg and we were staying in a hotel.
Yeah.
And obviously, you don't have streaming and stuff. And Haley was, channel surfing, and
Yeah.
Scooby Doo was on, and he was like, "I wanted to watch Scooby Doo," And we're like, "Okay, well, let's watch it." And then the very next day when we came back in, Ezra was like, "Okay, I want to watch Scooby Doo," and I was like, "Oh, buddy, that's not how that works, kiddo. Like, if it's
Something
not,
else is on now.
yeah, if it's not playing, it's not playing." And he's like, "What?" But I want to watch Scooby Doo. I'm like, actually, let's watch a Marvel film, because FX was doing a whole, marathon of all the fucking Marvel films.
Yeah.
It's like, here, Guardians of the Galaxy's on. You love Rocket and you love Groot. Watch this instead, But like, yeah, he got a taste of like whatever's on is on, and that's all you get. Yeah. It was
Wow.
weird. It was really weird to like, oh yeah, that's right. Streaming is like,
It's going to be earth shattering. Well, like when my daughter realizes you can't just watch Sesame Street on demand, because she like gets to the point where she just gets on the couch and points at the TV and goes, Elmo. Yeah, that happened today. And I was like, uh-oh.
that's heavy. I love that though.
Yeah.
I mean, not good, but also
could be worse, but
it could be
also
worse.
not great. It's something and maybe need
Could
to work
be
on it.
Cocomelon, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill.
No, I know better than that. Even our doctor's office was like, hey, don't
do
watch
this
that.
one.
It's scientifically engineered to like get in their brain.
Yeah.
All right. So do we want to just get into the summary?
I don't even know how to discuss this film because like I don't. I started it at like 9. What was it? It was like 9:40 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's only an hour or 9:30, and it was only an hour and 40 minutes long.
I watched it almost exactly 24 hours before you.
Oh,
Because
no
I did it at that time the night before.
Oh, right on. And so like by the end of it, dude, I was really tired.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was falling asleep because it is kind of slow and it is kind of not boring, but like it's kind of boring.
I really love. We'll get to. I don't want to spoil it.
No,
Sorry.
yeah. But like, so what I'm getting is like I don't know if a movie that is slow, slow's synopsis or like breaking down is going to be as entertaining to talk about instead of some of the things that's being done in the movie. Like, you know, we have like a character starting off in almost a Memento sort of situation.
Yeah. He wakes up, he's got amnesia, and he's trying to piece together everything.
Everything's
like,
going
where
on.
Where is he? Who is he? What's going on?
And so like some of the fun things watching him learn all that stuff is like, you know, he's got things in his coat jacket. He's got vague memories of like a couple women, you know, apparently has a doctor, and he kind of tries to piece all those things together. And then once he gets kind of close to that is when the movie starts getting really wacky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if like going over a narration of the film, like how do we make it sound more entertaining than it was? I'm not trying to say that the movie wasn't entertaining, like, but it is fucking slow, dude.
I will say the first 40 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw it for the first time, I was so riveted, and I'm like trying to put all the clues together.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly guessing at like what I think is the answer. And then it's like, unless you got spoiled or you're like paying really close attention, you're not going to get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it takes such a cool pivot.
Sure. I guess when does he actually, like, when does Dr. Schreiber shown? Like when Jennifer Connelly first goes to his office?
He's the first thing you see.
Right. What I mean is like,
when he talks to Emma,
Jennifer
exactly.
Connelly, yeah, and you see there's a maze and there's a rat in it, and I was like, oh, well, he's clearly like our main character is the rat in the maze, and the whole city is a maze that he's trying to like get out of.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't have guessed like the furthest extent, but it definitely was like you can't leave. You clearly cannot leave.
He's in a trap,
exactly, and that's like in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
So like I guess.
But to me though, I'm trying to figure out like
who these other people are. Yeah, these
like is he actually
people.
A serial killer? Like it wants him to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like? Why does he seem to have telekinesis?
Mm-hmm.
Who are these people chasing him? Like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's a weird, like, obviously when you told me it was a sci-fi movie, it's like, okay, there's a weird sci-fi element to this, and I'm sure I won't be able to guess these bits, but the man in a maze in the center of a city on a spaceship in the center of the galaxy, like I was like one part removed from guessing it almost immediately. So like,
well, and we have the context of everything that came after this movie, because many movies have done this premise since.
Yes, this is true.
There was even one with Lawrence Fishburne, and it's not The Matrix. I can't remember the name of it, but I caught it on like Cinemax one day. And it's about these like 20-somethings that are trying to drive through the desert, and they're being chased by like the government. And it's like just guys in like big biohazard suits. Yeah, and Lawrence Fishburne's one of them. And one of them, like they're trying to like they're hackers or something, and they get infected with something, and like one of them starts like evolving, and like his hand starts changing, and he ends up fighting the government goons at like this border checkpoint. They escape from the government, get to the end of the road, and realize they're just on a giant spaceship and they're being studied by aliens this whole time. And I'm like, oh, that's just fucking Dark City. And this movie came out like 5 years ago. And I'm like, you can't just do the Dark City plot again.
You can't keep doing it.
But like so many movies have done this kind of thing, and then have the big reveal where you pull out and like, oh, they're not on Earth. They're on a spaceship.
Yeah.
The whole thing was a trick. Christopher Nolan even specifically dropped this when he was writing Inception and talking about when he made Inception.
Yeah, the thing within the thing. Yeah.
Or saying just like I was inspired by like these kinds of movies that are like neo-noirs,
well, I mean,
but also they're even headier than that.
You can absolutely see that with the way that the worlds are built inside of Inception, like how you can like move cities and collapse, structures and whatnot. That's
they do the Inception thing where they're constructing the cities. Melding them to their will. Or in The Matrix, of course, came out a year later. A lot of that is coincidence that they have so much in common. But like when The Matrix came out, like there were people that couldn't explain to you in words like what was happening in The Matrix.
Yeah.
Because like I remember that was my favorite movie, like most of my like teenage years. And I remember everyone telling me like, what is that? Like, can you explain that movie to me? I didn't get it. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And there are adults that are still like that to this day that didn't get it. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you? They explained it to you multiple times.
Yeah, that's like the red blue pill and the blue pill.
Yeah, like Morpheus explains it.
Yeah.
Like fucking Agent Smith explains it.
Yeah.
Like the Oracle explains it. I love, by the way, going back and rewatching that movie and realizing like how so many characters in that movie are literally just handing him answers and Neo just doesn't get it. Anyway, this isn't the Matrix episode.
Yeah, I know.
Don't let me take it over.
Okay. But there's a lot. I guess you're right, because I have almost 30 years of knowledge of things that have done the
context of everything that's come after
that Dark City had done previously. I can understand that. Still, it is difficult because you know how we like to say, no good movie came out before 1993's Jurassic Park.
Which I should say we stole from Scott hasn't seen. That's a refrain on that podcast.
Yeah, but no, it's accurate.
The demarcation line in movies.
Exactly. But like this movie feels like whatchamacallit, it was significantly worse than Jurassic Park 5 years later. But like it's got the same feeling of an 80s sci-fi movie, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, it feels very Blade Runner-y. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
well, Blade Runner's better.
It's better than the sum of its parts.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
because I think Blade Runner is a flawed movie. I fall asleep watching Blade Runner all the time.
Yeah, because
I don't love it as much as everyone else does.
Yeah.
I love the sequel more than most people.
Right.
But I don't think the original Blade Runner, I think it's revolutionary and groundbreaking for its time. Mm-hmm. But as, an actual just movie that I sit down and watch, it doesn't grab me like that. I don't love it like that, But
yeah, I understand. I just, so all that to say is like, I don't know if a summary is good. What do you think?
Well, I typed it up anyway, so I'm going to read through
it. You do it. You go. You do it.
It's not that long. It's okay.
No, it can't be that long because it's like you're cutting out like 10, 20 minutes of just like standing around and like looking listlessly into.
You do not like neo-noirs. Noirs, I guess.
I don't. That's the.
Okay.
No, when you pitched it to me, I was like, okay,
I need to be more careful of that in the future.
No. It's okay. It's all good.
Well, I know, but that's like a big genre for me.
I know. I'm aware of that. Like, and that's why I was like, well, it's sci-fi. I'm obviously going to give it a chance because we talk about films, and especially like things that I've never seen. And I enjoyed seeing the stuff that was put in this movie that other things that I enjoy stole from it. But all that to be being said, I'm not a big like detective person, I know the moment I saw Bumstead show up and it was like doing detective stuff, I was like, oh fuck, this is like sci-fi Dick Tracy kind of thing. Of course.
And the other detective that like lost his mind because he started to figure it out. That was the original plot of the movie, by the way.
Oh, fuck, I want to see that. He's the main
character. I agree. I think that would have been better.
That would have been way better.
But yeah, it's about that guy losing his mind and realizing like, what's happening.
Oh, you know what that inspired? There's like you brought up Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Not Syndicate. No, the Brotherhood? Unity.
Yeah.
There is a character in prison in Unity that is seeing shit, like seeing symbols and stuff. And there's one that's just a curl, like an Uzumaki spiral in the jail cell. And I was like, holy fuck, they stole this from this.
Oh, it's not that he knows he's inside of the Animus kind of thing.
Well, he
because I always wondered because like they kind of tease that sometimes in those games.
The guy knew that the symbols were not of this world, but he did not.
Oh, they're Isu, which is the alien race that came. Yeah, okay.
Right. But like he was not cognizant that he is inside of a video game, essentially.
Okay.
But yeah, he could see the stuff, and then when Arno also sees it, he's like, "Oh, you can see it too." that means you've got this gift.
The eagle vision.
Let me
whatever.
train you.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Do they still call it that? Or is it like assassin sight now or something?
No,
it doesn't
because
matter.
they took it away in certain instances in the game. Like you had to, I think it's still Eagle Vision though.
Okay,
because there's
Eagle
even
Vision,
a card from the Assassin's Creed Magic the Gathering tie-in.
That's right.
Called Eagle Vision. Anyways, all I have to say is like when I saw the spiral on the dead lady in the hotel, I was like, oh shit. I recognize this.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
That's a common motif in like conspiracy, like
sure,
and that's where like is it Uzumaki? Yeah, Uzumaki's about the spirals too.
Yeah.
You know, because that's kind of that's where it's coming from. You know, it's
right?
Like, like Charlie Day pointing at the wall with the red string. You know?
Yeah. But like that, I just felt like they chose certain symbols as an homage to. Because in a way that the character, and I cannot remember his name. It's been
in Assassin's Creed
6 months since I played that game.
Yeah,
but the character was aware that there was a bigger plot outside because he could see what others could not see.
Yeah,
sort of thing. Yeah, cool. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dark City. A man played by Rufus Sewell awakens in a bathtub with amnesia. He uses clues from the room to piece together what happened and who he is, and he identifies that his name is John Murdoch. He rescues a goldfish that he knocks over by accident by plopping it into the bathtub. Then he receives a call in the hotel room that he's in from a hurried and strange man that knows he is confused and warns him that he needs to leave immediately as people are after him. John then is horrified to find a dead woman in the hotel room who was clearly murdered in a sadistic fashion. John leaves the room and finds the occupants of the hotel lobby asleep, and they suddenly awaken, and the receptionist informs John that he left his wallet at the Automat Cafe, which he leaves to retrieve, and as he leaves, 3 strange men come looking for him. We then meet Detective Frank Bumstead, played by William Hurt. Rest in peace.
What a wild name that they gave this guy.
You texted me that, and I'm like, that's a common surname, man.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
William Hurt, who was that?
An actor.
No, is he Thunderbolt Ross? He is Thunderbolt Ross, isn't he?
Oh, is he? I don't know.
One second.
Google. That's a Will question.
That is a Will question. Hold on, 1 second. Yeah, because I love Cape Slop. As you said
sure
previously.
He's in a Marvel. Yeah,
he's in one of those Marvels, dude. You got to see the new Marvel. It's driving people crazy.
I haven't seen Friendship, Will.
You need to.
I know. I will.
God, it's on. What's his name?
I know.
Like,
I know. I'll get around to it. Yeah. Anyway, we lost William Hurt a few years ago, and he's excellent actor.
History of Violence. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in History of Violence, isn't he? Yeah. The director is he Thunderbolt Ross?
He's Thunderbolt Ross. He's
good. I'm glad you recognized him
since fucking 2009.
God damn.
I want to say. Yeah. Go ahead.
The director said that a lot of the actors on the film didn't really understand the script, but he said William Hurt 100% got it and was even pointing out inconsistencies in the script. And
no shit.
Yeah, and he kind of had to help explain it or would add in things, as they were filming to fix it.
Sorry, 2008 in the Incredible Hulk movie, he was Thunderbolt Ross.
Is that Ang Lee?
No, this was the one with...
the Ed Norton.
The Ed Norton one, yeah.
That's right.
Not the Ang Lee one.
Ang Lee was like 05 maybe.
Yeah. No, it was 2003, I want to say. Me and my dad saw that shit in theaters.
Jesus.
Yeah, while we were in Tennessee.
You know what? I was in middle school because it had a GameCube game that was really sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That game was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You could get the cars.
Making boxing gloves. Blah. Anyway, so we meet the detective, Frank Bumstead, who is investigating a serial killer of sex workers, and he is called to John Murdoch's hotel room, and he identifies that John Murdoch is a suspect and questions his wife, Emma, who's played by Jennifer Connelly, who isn't given a ton to do in this, but she's good in it.
She's also in Ang Lee's The Hulk.
That's right. She's the love interest in that, isn't she? Yeah, that's right.
Sam Elliott was Thunderbolt Ross.
I remember. That's one thing I remember about that movie. Was Sam Elliott. He's great.
Continue.
Emma is then later contacted by the same strange man that called John in his hotel room, and he's a doctor named Dr. Daniel Schreiber. Schreiber, played by Keither Sutherland.
What is that in reference to?
I just want to say it differently. Maybe I should have said it like Venom Snake. Keither Sutherland. No, that's not. That's David Hayter.
Because he's Big Boss, isn't he?
Yeah, he's big. He's Venom Snake, not Big Boss.
Gotcha.
Those are different people.
I'm so sorry. Please don't kill me.
Oh, that's a spoiler for Venom Pain. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
I'm spoiling a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, good job.
One of my favorite games of all time.
I know.
He is Venom Snake or Punished Snake.
That's what it is, yeah. Because Haley was like, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
Well, he's also Jack Bauer in
Yeah,
24.
but
That's how the world knows him.
We have never watched 24.
Yeah, but you know what it is.
Of course I know what it is.
He's Donald Sutherland's son.
I don't know who that is.
Come again?
Who's that?
Donald Sutherland.
Who's that? Don't kill me. Come on.
You don't know who Donald?
No, just keep talking. I'll look it up. I'll just look it up.
God,
I don't know who that is.
I'm trying to think of like what Marvel slop or young adult movie you've seen that he's in. I'm sure there's a bunch.
You are so mean to me sometimes. So mean to me.
You never saw Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right? Like the 70s one with Goldblum.
I didn't know. He's in Pride and Prejudice, which I've seen.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him. He's in the Hunger Games movies, which I do not watch.
Yes, he is in the Hunger Games
I've
movies.
never seen
That's
them.
right. Him and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
He was in Moonfall? Oh my God. I did watch that.
He was in Moonfall?
Yeah,
I wanted to see that.
That movie
sounds insane.
That movie sucks.
That's like throwback to like the old Roland Emmerich,
100%.
like dumbass fucking.
It is a Roland Emmerich movie.
Yeah, no, I know. But like he hasn't made one of those in a long time.
No,
right?
he has not.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Ad Astra. He must be the dad in Ad Astra.
No, that's Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, you're right.
Love that movie though.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen it.
Yeah. God, when Tommy Lee Jones finally shows up in that movie though, oh my God. That movie fucking rules. We're going to cover that one day.
You just let me know because I did enjoy it when I saw it. But then
I dragged my wife to the theater and we're like, we're watching this movie. I'm
haven't
sorry.
seen it since. I'm so
we
sorry.
loved it.
I have seen The Eagle. I don't remember him from it.
Look at a picture of him.
I did.
You can't forget his face.
I'm so sorry. Like he doesn't look familiar to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's so legendary.
Guys, I don't think I'm going to be invited back on here. Oh, he's in Lord of War. Oh, but he's just a voice.
I don't remember that at all. Yeah,
he wasn't on the screen. Yeah, I've seen some of these, but I don't.
Did you Lion and the Witch in the Wardrobe? Did you watch those growing up?
No, I didn't.
Oh Jesus!
Oh Jesus! I didn't see every film, man. That's a religious movie.
I guess he just never stood out to you. Yeah, but it's like a young adult. Like
you've
seen the Harry Potter movies. You fuck
No,
ass.
I didn't.
You did.
No, growing up, I never did. No, I'm
You've never seen them. Period.
I'm being No, I have. But
that's what I'm saying.
Being 100% honest with you, dude, I was like 26 when I saw them.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like your wife was such a fan. I know you saw one Harry Potter movie in your life.
Yeah, just not when I should have seen them. And then like I saw them
didn't either, ever.
and immediately forgot them because like, oh, he's in the Puppet Master movies. That's tight.
He is? Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool. Anyway, all this is getting cut.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, so Keith Sutherland, son of Donald Sutherland. I hope Alex yells at you about this later.
Who I definitely know.
So Keith Sutherland's character, Daniel Schreiber, explains that he is John's psychiatrist and that John has suffered a mental break and will need to see him as soon as possible. Elsewhere, John Murdoch retrieves his wallet from the cafe with a brief bout of telekinesis, much to his surprise, and he begins to piece together that he may actually be the serial killer that's stalking the city. As he is contemplating this, the group of strange men from the hotel confront him and attempt to put him to sleep, but fail and then attack him instead.
Sleep.
The one thing that my wife and I do to each other that's from this movie to this day is the sleep. Like waving the hand over the face while you do it.
When did you show her this movie?
Oh my God, we had to be like 2021.
Okay.
Because I had the
pretty
Blu-ray.
early on.
Yeah, I bought the Blu-ray when it came out.
I currently own that now?
Yes. You inherited my old Blu-ray.
That's tight.
Because I saw this on TV when I was like 12 and was like riveted by it, and like would always be like, if you like The Matrix, you should check out Dark City. Like it inspired everything.
It was The Strangers, wasn't it? The Strangers in the whole Stranger plot was definitely like what sunk its hooks. No, it wasn't.
No, from the beginning.
It was the detective stuff. What
I
am
remember
saying?
the second he wakes up in the bathtub and he's trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Wait, Jared, hold on. Was this a formative movie for you?
Yeah. Yes.
Jared, do you realize that we both have a similar opening of formative films for us? Because mine was Saw, and it opens up in a fucking bathtub, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
What the fuck?
That room looks like it could be out of Saw. Yeah.
When I saw it too, I was like, damn, did Saw steal this scene?
I mean, we rented Saw when it came out, and I was not that into it. I thought it was cool, but like, I was really disappointed with how it ends too.
It blew my mind.
It also blew my mind, but I was like, oh man, but they lost, kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's the good thing about it. That's what makes No Country for Old Men so good. Jared, are you serious? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll cover that.
Let's go.
No,
let's go,
Cormac
let's go.
McCarthy's one of my favorite writers, man. But we'll get into it one day.
Do you not like Old Country for Old Men?
No, I love that movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I give you my copy? Yeah, I did. I gave you my copy of that too.
I own it now?
Yeah, it was in that second
that's
Blu-rays
right. Yeah,
I gave you.
You were showing
because I have the Criterion.
That's right. You were like, hey, take some of these from me. And you flashed No Country for Old Men. I was like, oh, wait.
I was going to, you specifically were like, put that in the pile.
Yeah, that one I want because that movie's so good.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No, it's good. You keep apologizing. I'm like, this is fun.
Because I'm derailing the fuck out of this. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so John, we learn, has telekinesis and then gets attacked by the strangers for the first time. And but he's able to dispatch them with these psychic abilities he realizes he has. Yeah. And then he witnesses one of the strangers suffer a fatal blow that leads to an odd blue organism leaking out of his body.
Yeah, that
dying.
At that point, I was like, "Oh fuck, okay, these are aliens," and that's when like the two things were put together. The city is a maze, and aliens are controlling the city.
Yeah,
I was like one step away from like, getting it entirely.
So John wanders the city and then remembers that he has an apartment, and then he arrives there to find his wife, Emma, Jennifer Connelly's character. And he explains that he doesn't know her, but Emma insists that they've been married, but have been having difficulty recently since she admitted to him that she had an affair. Then the two are confronted by Detective Bumstead, who was following her, and he attempts to bring John in for questioning. But John escapes after explaining that he's innocent and on the run from strange men.
That was just to interrupt real quick. That was a pretty funny spot. Like, there's very little comedy in this, but Bumstead is like, "Hey, just stay here. Like, we'll figure it out. Just stay here." And then John runs out, and he goes, "Nobody ever listens to me."
Yeah,
and like I think he pretty much like almost had the whole thing. I think Bumstead was like, as you said,
he knew something more was going on. His character knows something more is going on.
But also, like you were saying, that William Hurt was pretty dialed into like what was happening in the movie, and I feel like maybe they let the character of Bumstead kind of have more knowledge than the rest of the crew.
Yeah, and also because he's looking at all the clues, and also he met the other detective that lost his mind, and he suspects that it's because he saw too much. Because he even asks him, he's like, "You saw something, didn't you, about the case?" And he's like, "It's not just about the case, man. It's about this whole place, Yeah. But he doesn't put it all together.
No.
But he is the one that, like, he learns more than anybody else as he dies. You know what I mean?
That's true. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I think he knows more than John even at the end of the movie.
At that point. But John learns
he figured
by
it
the
out.
end, because I mean he reshapes the whole thing.
Right, but did he know that it's
No,
okay.
Because I'll get to it. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm saying he knew more than John at that point.
Oh, that's true. He does go underneath.
Because then
That's right. No, you're right.
Somebody has to explain it to John later. Anyway, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's okay. We're jumping ahead.
But yeah, it did feel like if John did not run, the events of the movie would have turned out drastically different.
What? No, because later he meets up with Bumstead again later and gets arrested, and then has to get out. But anyway, I digress.
Okay.
Also, Bumstead had more jokes in the movie.
Did he?
But they tested poorly with audiences.
Oh, okay.
So they cut him out because he was making like crass jokes about like the dead sex workers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently the audience thought he was too cold, and so they cut a lot of that stuff out, which was probably for the best. Would not have aged well either, I bet.
But that one was funny.
Right, about no one listening to him. Yeah. Right, that's inoffensive. It's not at anyone's expense. Yeah. Anyway, John escapes and begins to realize that the city never sees sunrise. And then at midnight, he witnesses all the other inhabitants suddenly fall asleep. And suddenly the strangers come out and start rearranging everyone. And the strangers can fabricate or eliminate all matter of things in the city, including buildings and decor. The strangers are also assisted by Dr. Schreiber, who is injecting sleeping humans with a syringe in the head to give them new memories and personalities. John recalls that he grew up in a small seaside town called Shell Beach and attempts to go there, but none of the subways leave the city, and no one he asks can remember how to get there. Mm-hmm. We then see a large group of the strangers, and they are, to describe them for the listener, if you haven't seen the movie, they're like these pale, bald beings in like H.R. Geiger style cloaks.
They look like Cenobites, but without the
a little
pinhead
bit
part.
Yeah.
It definitely like
I did
inspired
see
by
a
Clive Barker.
negative review from the time that was like, oh, this movie is ripping Hellraiser. And I'm like, okay.
Not really.
Maybe in like that specific costuming.
So the Warhammer connection.
Oh, yeah.
So there is like a tertiary game called Necromunda, and it's about gang warfare in a giant hive city called Necromunda.
There's been a couple of video games.
Hired Gun is from that. But anyways, so there is a secretive house called House Delac, and if I were to bring up and show you what they look exactly like the Strangers, but with some little glasses on their faces.
Yeah.
And they even have psychic abilities. There's a model called the Mind Spiker that's just a dude with a huge head that's shooting a bunch of psychic abilities out. You know, whatever. I'm just going to pull it up real quick.
But yeah, these Strangers, they have the ability to manipulate the city at will, and they are searching for John Murdoch and decide to inject one of their own with his memories and personality in order to track him down. The volunteer of the Strangers that, wants to do this, his name is Mr. Hand, and he ends up becoming a psychopathic killer because that's
what they planned to
That's what they were going to inject him with. Yeah.
Also, I like how they have like little dudes. They have little freaky children in their group too. There's like 2 of them.
Yeah. It's supposed to be the same. It's the same character, but they're played by a boy and a girl that are twins.
Oh, okay.
For shooting reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of children in film, they use like
doubles
twins or triplets.
You can only be on set for like 4 hours.
Exactly, because of child labor laws. So they can only be on set for so long, and so they can switch out the kids and then still keep shooting. But yeah, they hated shaving their heads, apparently. But they got along really well with Mr. Hand because, did you recognize him?
He looks so familiar.
He's Riff Raff from Rocky Horror.
Oh my fucking God, he is. Wow.
And the kids had seen Rocky Horror and were fans.
No, and those children saw Rocky Horror? Oh my God.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. It's risque, but
there's boobies. You can see boobies in that.
Yeah, but kids see boobies.
Do they? My kid hasn't.
It's not like anyone's getting like shot or stabbed in that movie, right?
Yeah, they kill, like Meatloaf gets clubbed to death.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's been a long time since I've seen Rocky
and there's
Horror.
Like people having,
I just don't remember it being violent. I just remember it being risque.
Yeah, people having like implied sex too.
Implied sex though.
Dude,
Anyway, we're not here to discuss
got a story for
if
after
Rocky
the show's
Horror
over.
is appropriate or not for children.
Yeah, I've got a show for
as someone who threw a Rocky Horror show when he was 15. But anyway,
you, yeah, I bet you did fucking horned up.
It was my mom's idea. It was not mine.
Okay, I gotcha.
Anyway, they were fans, and so he would like do riff raff impressions like between takes and stuff to entertain them, and they loved it. Yeah. Anyway, Murdoch is again cornered by the Strangers, and Bumstead comes to his rescue, and the 2 escape in his car. And Bumstead explains that he thinks John is innocent, and then they meet up with Dr. Schreiber, who explains that the Strangers are a race of aliens that are experimenting on humans in an attempt to understand individuality and the human soul, I guess. They don't fully lay all this out, but it's referenced.
They're dying. They're a dying race.
They're a dying race, and they're trying to save themselves by studying human individuality and the soul.
Okay.
So
how does that keep them from dying? I don't understand.
Right. They don't fully get into the dynamics of that. And when you ask Alex Proyas about it, he's like, listen, that's not the point.
That's not the point.
Yeah. There's a few inconsistencies that he will mention that people have asked him, and he's like, you're thinking too hard about it. Don't worry
Alex,
about it.
Whatever. Dude, don't make a heady fucking movie if you don't want people to ask you questions. Jeez.
But John, Dr. Schreiber goes on to explain to John that he awoke while he was being rearranged and injected.
Yeah.
And knocked the syringe out of his hand before he got all of the implant like memories and stuff. So that's why he's not a serial killer, but he was set up to be one. So John is, he explains that also John is like an evolved human, and he's adapting to the Stranger's abilities. And it's why in the director's cut, every time he looks at his fingerprints, they're like spirals. Yeah. And like a spiral is like a common motif in this movie.
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to explain something. It's really just like, I think it's just like poetry. It rhymes.
Opening his mind.
You also see it in Bumstead's coffee.
Oh, that's right.
That was added in the director's cut. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's the rotation of the city.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be.
I guess.
Huh?
But Dr. Schreiber then gives John a new syringe and insists that if he takes it, it'll explain everything.
And John's like, fuck this.
Yeah, John and Bumstead don't believe him, so he just pockets it.
He's like, you're fighting, you're helping these guys. Like, why the fuck would I trust you?
And in an earlier scene, John doesn't see this, but we see it as the audience. the strangers are coming down on Dr. Schreiber and like, why did this guy escape? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, he woke up and knocked the syringe out of my hand. But like, if I give him this new one, like he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And they're like, okay, good. Track him down and give him that syringe. And so we also think that he's just trying to trick him into giving it to him. But yeah, they are trying to find Shell Beach, the three of them.
Yes.
And, you know, the doctor is like, don't even try.
Yeah.
But they do anyway, despite his warning.
Oh, yeah. They break down the wall.
But as they're going there, the doctor goes on to explain that he is also human, but when the strangers took him because he knew so much about brain chemistry and they could use him to experiment on the humans. But in order to do this, he also had to wipe his memories. And I think because of all the costumes and everything, it's implied that like everyone here was taken or like abducted from like the 1940s.
Okay, I can see that.
Because the medical outfit that the doctor's wearing in that flashback is like a 1940s like doctor outfit.
Yeah.
And also that would explain like the timeline in the city, you know, because it kind of seems a little inconsistent, but it's definitely like going for the 40s.
Yeah. It's future, what retro-futuristic is the term?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like it's almost a little steampunky even. Yeah. So the trio are looking for Shell Beach. And then they end up finding the billboard that John keeps seeing in his memories, but it's on a brick wall. And so John and Bumstead are frustrated, and so they just start breaking down the brick wall. And then as it, you know, breaks away, it just opens up to outer space.
Yeah. And then you're like, whoa, okay, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And they explain it to you almost immediately after.
Yeah. So as they realize this, they get attacked by the strangers. Bumstead starts grappling with one of them, and they fall through the hole out into outer space. And as Bumstead is floating away into space, he like zips through a force field, and then he sees how the entire city is on a flat disk of a spaceship surrounded by a force field.
Flat Earth confirmed.
Yeah. And so John Murdoch lets himself be taken hostage by the strangers because they are holding Emma, and they threaten to kill her if he doesn't turn himself in.
Yeah, the riffraff is like, you care about her. And he's like, I don't even know who she is. Like, I don't have any memories of her. And like, what? She bleeds? And he's like, okay, take me in. Yeah, something along those lines.
So they take him under the city to their lair and force a now shackled Dr. Schreiber to inject him with the strangers' collective memory to make him one of their own. However, the doctor switches the syringe with the one in John's pocket that he gave him earlier.
This was cool. I really liked this.
I love this part.
This is really sick.
I love this part so much. It's like the second reveal where it's like, oh, you thought this was going to happen? Well, guess what, motherfucker? So it is revealed that in that syringe that the doctor set up for him to take, he implanted artificial memories of a lifetime of psychic training and background on the strangers so that John will be ready to fight them all at once the second he takes the injection.
It is
so cool when you see him like just in a moment reliving these memories.
Yeah.
And it's him like having like normal childhood memories, except he keeps running into Kiefer Sutherland's character as these different guys in his life as he's growing up.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, great job at school today, Johnny. By the way, use your telekinesis to fight the aliens.
Yeah.
Like they're weak at this and this, and like keeps every day use your telekinesis so that you get stronger.
And he's like writing essays with a pen with his mind.
Yeah. And he'll be like, and he'll look up, and the teacher is Kiefer Sutherland. He's like, great job, Johnny. You're doing great. You're going to be strong enough to fight them one day. It's so fucking cool.
It is really cool because like at that moment in time, like when I was watching that stuff, I was like, yeah, man, I get bombarded by fucking weird ass memories from, you know, way back when all the fucking time. And what if Kiefer Sutherland was just fucking standing in the corner, like shouting at me,
prepping you for like this moment in your life
like,
when
almost,
you have to like stand up and save everybody.
Almost like you can like gaslight yourself into believing you've got a skill that you've never developed.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. That was sick.
It's so cool. Just as like all the strangers realize what's happening too. They're like, wait a minute, something's wrong. He just like kind of opens his eyes, fully realized, like fully conscious of like all of his powers now too.
Like he's on a circular like
he's locked down on this big like gyroscope cage.
And when he awakens his power, he just like looks up and the cage immediately crumbles into liquid.
Just goes full sicko mode.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Fucking killing bold dudes left and right.
This is the best scene in the whole movie to me.
Yeah, he like breaks a hole in the wall, and the creepy little kid bald person gets sucked out into space. I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome!" If my wife and kid weren't asleep at the time, I would have cheered because he's just that little kid is in the background going like,
"Oh yeah, all the strangers do that thing where they're like,
yeah,
it's so creepy.
It is.
But yeah, so he wakes up, frees himself from the shackles and the doctor, and just begins assaulting all the strangers with telekinesis by like just looking at them and going, bow, bow, bow. Yeah, like these little like waves emanate from his forehead and just like shit starts blowing up everywhere.
Was that in the theatrical? Or was that
I think they touched it up in the director's cut, but it is the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like how else do you like symbolize that in a movie kind of thing? Otherwise, it's just things are moving and while you look at it, they have to add in some kind of like visual flair for it. True. But yeah, so he starts blowing up all the strangers, and then the leader of the strangers, even though they're like a hive mind, so technically this shouldn't matter.
He's the eldest looking one.
The eldest one, the eldest boy, Mr. Book, stands up to him and attempts to fight John, and they like fly up into the sky over the city.
Yeah,
and start,
they have a wizard battle.
Yeah, doing like the wizard psychic blast battle. And it ends with John blowing his ass into a fucking water tower, which is like, that's a real water tower that exploded. That thing is sick when the water sprays everywhere when it blows up. It's so cool.
Yeah.
That would all be CGI now. And
of course,
fucking, gray mush, and it filmed in a parking lot, with a gray sky somewhere.
Superman might be changing that. I don't know.
Well, that's James Gunn, so that's why it's different, I guess.
So nice.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
I bet. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, man, John Murdoch blows them all fucking away. And then, let's see, Dr. Schreiber then asks John, what are you going to do now? And he replies, he's going to go to the beach. And so John focuses and manipulates the spaceship into producing tons and tons of water, and we get a bunch of really cool shots of like hydroelectric dams. I think it is.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. But he's trying to make Shell Beach.
He's producing water. He's like having the spaceship like just produce water like with his psychic abilities,
held gravitationally.
Yeah, and he creates an ocean around the city spaceship in space. And then he tilts the spaceship towards the sun so that it can experience daylight for the first time.
They have it away from the sun. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. They pivoted away from the sun because they don't like light and they hate water. So there was no bodies of water. And then it was revealed that, while all this was happening, the city was being rearranged, and Emma, his wife, was injected with different memories, and so she doesn't remember him.
Yeah.
But we cut to her like she's like a waitress at a diner, and she gets off her shift and gets on a bus that's headed to Shell Beach. And then we cut to John, who walks out onto the pier, which is the memory that he keeps reliving constantly as a kid, walking out on this pier over an ocean. And so now that he's built it, the one in his mind, he can actually physically walk out to it. And Emma is on the pier. Yeah, just standing there. And so he approaches her and starts talking to her, but she doesn't know who he is. So he introduces himself.
Yeah. He's reshaping reality like Neo.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. But I think, okay, so that's the end.
That's the end. That's the movie.
That's how the movie ends. What I find sad about this ending, I don't like this ending that much because he can do anything.
He can.
And what he chooses to do is to build something from his admittedly false memory. He knows it's false, but he has nothing else. So he builds something from his fake implanted memory so that he can live it finally.
Yeah, he's manifesting destiny.
Of all the things he could do, he just does that, though. He just does something safe and familiar to him, even though he knows it's fake, too.
Oh, okay. Jared, I will counter this by saying, if you had godlike powers, would you not still want to be with your wife?
Yeah, but I would create a utopia, not just like
you don't know that this
a special place that I remember as a child.
I don't think that Alex was interested in explaining what happened, what the after effects of the movie is. You don't know if he didn't build a utopia.
I know. I will say in the theatrical cut when Dr. Schreiber asked him what he's going to do, he's like, "I'm going to build a better world." So it's okay. I know. Yeah.
So it's the same. But I guess there needs to be another cut where they mush the two together.
Well, no, I think it's saying that like, I'm being idealistic. I know that's not what the character of John Murdoch, is going to do necessarily.
He gave them water and sun.
Oh yeah, that's true. He is improving their lives somewhat.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're all captives on a space station anyway. So like, how good could it be?
Make the best of what you got. Man.
Exactly. Yeah. He could maybe eliminate capitalism on the spaceship so that, because like we literally see like the strangers make people like rich and poor kind of thing. And it's like, well, that doesn't need to be a thing anymore. Nope. Like, please eliminate the class struggle on this spaceship.
No, John wants to make sure everything's very familiar. So the poor have to suffer. They do need to be ground up into human fuel.
We do need to have working class people, because otherwise, who's going to do the stuff on the spaceship?
True. He can't just think up robots. You can't automate everything. What about the worker? They want to work. They want to go in the mines.
Oh my God. But yeah, I just think it's
trite.
It's kind of tragic. No, it's tragic.
Oh, really?
That he, like, the best thing he can think of is to just
he wants to have a normal life.
One of his happiest memories. No, I know.
Yeah, I said the first time he's got autonomy, so like naturally he wants to have some humans crave.
Yeah.
How do you say normalcy? And what he thought was normal was that. So he's trying to rebuild that. I think is why Alex Proyas copped to that kind of ending.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
I think for me, though, I see it as tragic because, like, I would prefer it if he was more altruistic about it. And, like, and to make the comparison in The Matrix, you know, that first one ends with Neo calling presumably the machine to say that, like, I'm going to wake these people up and I'm going to show them that you've been lying to them. Like, the kind of, he's like, I am the Messiah and I'm going to wake everyone up and make their lives better kind of thing.
The Wachowskis had a trilogy in mind.
Yeah.
I think. So
1,000%.
There's a good probability that the reason why that he did that.
But even without knowing what those movies were, like, they're setting up that, like, you know, you can imagine where Neo goes from here. Mm-hmm. Just like at the end of Dark City, you can imagine where John Murdoch goes from here.
Yeah.
And he just probably builds a nuclear family with Emma, basically, you know?
Well, you got to mesh the director's cut with the theatrical cut and assume that he is building a better life for everybody.
He's got it'll be nothing for him, you know, to do so. So presumably he can and will.
He is a god of the city. And if I don't know, if godhood was thrust upon you, wouldn't you want to live a normal life? Like, do you become the one that toils?
Okay, so
let's hear it.
It's like being Superman.
Okay.
You know, like, but like, it is your responsibility to make the world better because you have the ability to do so, right?
Yeah, but he's got time to do that and also have a girlfriend.
Sure, yeah.
So how?
But also,
I was gonna say, like,
he uses his powers not to make him and Lois's life better, but to
make everybody's life
save
better.
the world. Yeah, exactly.
Who's to say that he's not doing that? Who's to say that John Murdoch's not doing that? Because the
first thing he does, and only thing that we see him do, is to just build a fucking beach so that he can relive his childhood memory.
I think that he just wants to have some sort of normalcy and make things, make that with which he was given into reality. But I think that's his
agree,
first
but
work.
Like, why it's so fucking tragic is it's not a real memory, and he knows it at this point still too. It's all fake. He knows it was implanted in him.
Yeah, but
it's like you can't fight that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think that
because like that's innate to him.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It feels like if you've lived a fake life, then you have no foundation to move or work from. So he made that foundation into a reality, even though those memories are false, so that he can have some sort of normalcy. I really think that is what is what the ending is supposed to represent. But also, I know that the director would say to both of us if he was sitting right here, hey, that's too fucking deep. I just wanted a good ending. I just wanted him
because he's kind of copped out of a lot of the bigger questions about
seems
the
that
thing,
way.
Yeah.
I think that we're giving this way too much thought than he did.
Yeah.
So for me, as far as the ending goes, it is an allusion to a brighter future. Like, you are to assume that John Murdoch not only is going to make life better for everybody else, as the theatrical cut would have said, but also to rekindle a love that he assumed was there. I really do think that the rebuilding of false memories, a childhood that doesn't exist, in order to have some sort of foundation and normalcy to go off of, is because of like the human desire to have that. Am I making any fucking sense?
No, yeah, I get it.
But I understand what you're saying. I'm sorry, I put my hand over my mouth, so that came out really weird. I understand what you're saying in the sense that he has a greater duty to make sure that everybody's life is good on this floating flat Earth spaceship.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you on that. And I'm going to make the assumption with the statement of I'm going to make a better world that he is going to do that, but he's going to take a pocket of his existence and devote it to just this. I think that it's not that hard to make the city function in a way that benefits everybody that is living in it, while also having the simple life that we assume the majority of humans want. Like everybody wants companionship. Everybody wants, like, there is a human need to have community, have companionship, feel love, and feel comfort. And so that is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if we, like I said, if we asked the director, he'd be like, just shut the fuck up. It's they don't live in a dark city anymore. It's a sun city. Fuck off. Like, I think that's what he would say to us.
Are you familiar with the concept of last Thursdayism?
No, what the fuck is that?
It is a philosophy that was like described in a satiric comment by Bertrand Russell. And it refers to the, I'm probably mispronouncing this, but the Omphalos Papers by a different philosopher, Philip Goss. So last Thursdayism says that the world, with us and our own basic memories included, could have been created recently, even last Thursday. But we cannot demonstrate such a thing because the world would have been created to look like an older world. It's the idea that like all your memories could be fake and you wouldn't know it because that's all you know,
dude,
sort of thing.
Don't get me started on shit like this, man.
Yeah.
Like you didn't watch what was that movie? Heretic. You didn't watch Heretic yet?
No. The Hugh Grant,
the Hugh Grant horror
like
film,
atheist. Checkmate atheist movie.
r/I'm an edgy atheist.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So there's a point in the movie, and I don't mean to spoil it, but like,
just skip ahead if you don't want to get spoiled. On
Skip ahead till this time, whatever. And he kills Sophie Thatcher.
Okay.
And he kind of tries and, I guess he's trying to stay cool the whole time. He kills Sophie Thatcher, and then he turns to the remaining characters and is like, no, you don't understand. You ever heard of the butterfly theory? And it's like, when a butterfly goes to sleep, does it dream of being a human? Or, are we humans, like, are we in the dream of a butterfly? This is all a simulation, and she's actually a robot. And the reason being is this little thing right here, and she actually has like one of those birth control things that are
IUD?
Inserts. Yeah. But they're like
it's in
inserts.
her arm?
Yeah, there's a couple of them that go in your arm or whatever.
Like a patch or something? Or?
No, it's like a little thingy, like a little.
Not an IUD then, because those go elsewhere.
Those go, yeah, exactly. But like he pulls that out and is like, this is a thing that programs or whatever, right? So I've actually released her, and he's trying to get this girl to kill herself essentially because his little experiment has kind of gone tits up, but she kind of sees through it and moves on, right? So the idea of, are we in a simulation, like the Matrix or whatever, or is this all some sort of elaborate dream? And then when we are sleeping and dreaming, is that the real world? All this kind of shit. Like you can't get me you can't get me started on this stuff because it makes me question everything. Like I know this is real. I know that the air that is on my skin is real. I know that I'm having a conversation with you and you see me talking and this is all real. But there's a part of my brain that is like, but what if it isn't? Like, what if you go home and kill yourself and you wake up and that's reality, or your next go around, you're a lizard, or if you've been on this planet like thousands of times, but in different timelines and you don't remember any of it. It was just the void you hear and then nothing. Like you spend more time dead than you do alive. It gets me fucking going, dude, and I can't deal with that kind of conversation. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Okay.
And Will,
what's up?
Let me be the first one to tell you, never do harder drugs.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This fucking started happening after I took like one edible.
I did RSO.
What is that?
Which is like,
Jamie, what's that?
Highly, highly concentrated THC.
Okay.
Like as potent as you can get. Like it is synthesized in a lab. And like a single drop, like literally like a drop from a what are those things called?
The eyedropper.
An eyedropper. Like is enough to get you high for like 4 hours.
Oh my god. What are you trying to run from, dude?
And no, it was
I'm just messing with
kind of pushed on me by a friend at a wedding, and then I took it the next day and was like had the craziest experience of my life. And in my head at all times, it was like, do you know, like in cartoons when a character does acid?
Yes.
And they just start like the animation, like I think specifically the Beavis and Butthead movie does this, but like a lot of cartoons will do this
when they're in the desert,
where the animation just starts getting really trippy and just keeps changing.
Yeah,
that was what my head was. I couldn't focus on a single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how like you picture an apple in your head?
Yes.
If you can't do that, like that's apparently a thing too. But like you like picture an apple in your head.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't not just picture an apple. The apple would morph into a tiger and then a car and then a person I knew and then an airplane. And like it just kept morphing and it was never a still image.
Yeah.
It was always waving and changing colors and shapes and sizes. And I was like fully cognizant that this was happening. And I was like, I can't really control this, what's happening.
Yeah.
And it freaked me the fuck out so bad. But also the sunlight felt so nice.
Oh.
Like I just laid in my bed almost the whole time and was just like, the sun feels really good. Wow.
Wow.
My heart is beating really fast. Is that a problem?
and then it goes drills in.
And then it got really scary.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
that is a medicine, by the way, that's like for like cancer patients and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Don't do that again.
No, never. That was a mistake, a big mistake.
Yeah. But like the whole reality is a questionable thing is such a like a fucking rabbit hole that I could talk about for hours, but it would amount to nothing.
Like I get in my head about that shit too. What I meant to say about that is like I can get in my head about that shit really easily too, like even without drugs.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm afraid to do anything like acid or ecstasy even.
Yeah.
I probably would like ecstasy, but I've never done it. or LSD is the other one that like
shatters reality.
I bet I would either have an amazing time or a horrible fucking time on LSD.
Hell actually is real.
Yeah. And I'm too scared to even figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, you know what? I get scared enough in my own head sober. Maybe I shouldn't, you know?
Yeah, man.
Because I'm susceptible to that sort of shit. It makes me be like, I don't think I should ever even experiment.
I
you
hear
know? Yeah. But yeah, that is to say, last Thursday is.
But I get it. Like, these people all wake up and in reality is the same thing over and over again. They have like the hard reset. You know, you can't. It's like that. I can't remember what happened a couple days ago. Like, oh, here's a good one. The daycare I take my kid to, they needed some updated shot records, which I could have sworn that I gave them back in January. But like, all right, I'll get another copy for you. Handed it to a person.
Do they need that anymore?
Yeah.
I thought RFK Jr. is doing away with all of that.
Not yet. Well, they're working on it, but not yet.
Yeah.
And so I handed a physical copy to somebody on Tuesday morning. And today we got a call from them asking, hey, we need your shot records. And I was like, all right, I know my memory is like really fucking bad, but I am 100% positive I handed this to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I was questioning myself, and you know, when I went up there today, they were like, "Yeah, we got it." You know, like just fucking look, dude.
Yeah. The last time we saw my kid's pediatrician, she mentioned how when the next time we come in, we'll get like cold shots and stuff like that, or cold and flu shots or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, "Are those gonna be around?" And then she didn't answer me. She just kind of moved on, and I was like, I wanted to be like, I'm not like a weirdo. I want them if you have them.
Yeah,
but like,
please.
I'm worried they're not going to be issued anymore because of, you know, the stuff, the political climate.
Yeah.
And like, I legitimately think they won't be here next year because of everything that's happened.
I understand, dude. I actually, not to turn this into
I know. I'm sorry I derailed it, but like,
no, it's okay. You can
this shit pisses me off too. And it's like scary now.
It's okay. You can cut all the shit out if you want to. But like, you know, we thought that Ezra might have ADHD and shit. So we had him evaluated and whatnot. And, when I finally got the results of the evaluation, it was like a panel of women in like ESL administration or whatever telling me the results and whether or not he qualified for ESL or whatever it is, ESE.
ESE, that's what it is.
And
ESL is English as a second language.
Yeah, sure.
It's for Spanish and like non-English speaking.
My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. But and they talked about like if you ever have any need to have them reevaluated, the resources are always going to be here. And you know, I knew that the first step, I believe, or something like that was being taken away. And I was like, are you sure? Like are you sure in a couple of years, like if I need to get them reevaluated, these resources will be open to me? And they're like, oh, well, we're not federal, we're state. I'm like, I wanted to be like, yeah, but Florida's the fucking worst.
is fucking out here saying that like COVID's a conspiracy. The guy that's in charge of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Florida Surgeon General.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So their boss, I mean, he's probably not going to take that away anytime soon, I guess, because he's too stupid. But
yeah, it's being.
I appreciate them saying that though. That's
same
good
here.
to know.
Yeah, same here.
Because like I think DeSantis is a fucking asshole, but I think he's not that stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No, I know
he's not RFK stupid.
Yeah,
because I think he's like aware that like no, that's a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah. It was an eye-opening experience. That whole thing.
All right, so a little bit of trivia. I sprinkled in like all my trivia.
Yeah,
I've got like 2 things left now.
I accidentally snaked one out of you right at the beginning of the show.
Hey man, that's the show. It's fine. We don't need a trivia segment. What is this? The IMDb page for the show? During test screenings, audiences were so like frustrated by the scene where they break through the hole in the wall and they find space.
Really?
That like people weren't getting sucked out into it because of like the vacuum in space.
Well, sure.
And so they had to add in like after the fact, like a force field that William Hurt's character like goes through when he drifts
and then
out.
He phases out. Yeah.
Yeah, to explain that like there's like a force field keeping like gravity and stuff and the atmosphere inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I like honestly, I'm not mad about that one because like I was also like, wait, what?
What the fuck?
And also there's like wind blowing.
Yeah.
When they do that, and I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. They would get sucked through that in a second, you know, like a brick wall wouldn't even be enough to hold that. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I guess seeing it so many years after the fact, I was like, it's a sci-fi movie. Who cares?
Yeah. It's one of those things that you just kind of write off. It's like, okay, it's like,
but I can understand being 98 and being like, what the fuck? Why aren't they?
Yeah. Especially because like, I think, was it the year prior, Alien Resurrection has like a crucial plot point about a small hole in a glass window in space.
Was Resurrection 97? There's no fucking way.
I think it's 97. Yeah. Because 3 was like 93.
I will check, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I remember seeing 3 like shortly after it came to TV. I shouldn't have been watching those movies, but I love the Alien series.
Lord.
I'm glad that I saw those movies when I was a kid.
In 2021, director Alex Proyas released a short film titled Mask of the Evil Apparition, which is set in the Dark City universe.
1997. You are so good.
Yeah, I know. Buddy, I host a movie podcast. I have to know these things.
So he released a movie that was in the universe of Dark City?
It's a short film.
Okay.
Not a whole movie.
Okay.
And but it is set in the Dark City universe, and he's like been intimating, to borrow a Will phrase, that he wants to like get a TV show off the ground that's like set in Dark City.
But would it be before or after? It'd have to be before John Murdoch's change. Like, unless you
maybe after, but like things have gone wrong for him. Maybe
like you can't put all that power in one. Like, what can I do with all that power? What's the Kanye song?
No one man should have all that power.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Fuck him. He sucks. But it's
I mean, he was good though.
Yeah, he was good.
And now he like. I mean, okay. What a fascinating like documentary we're going to get one day.
Oh yeah,
about him
when we're in our 50s.
Like maybe not even that long.
No, you don't think?
I'm going to be honest with you.
No, okay.
Hey, Hulk Hogan died today.
Hey, Hulkamania is over, guys.
Rest in piss.
Yeah, go fuck
Terry
yourself.
Hogan.
I cannot believe he fucked out all of his coworkers from stepping in from unionizing. I got like Slim Jims were buy one get one, and I kept in my head hearing Macho Man Randy Savage talk to me all the time.
Yeah,
and he fucked over Randy Savage so fucking hard. Like, fuck Terry Crews.
Yep,
not Terry Crews.
No, Terry Crews. Terry.
I don't even want to know what his last name is. Fuck him.
You're right. It is. It's not Terry Crews.
It's Terry something. No, Terry Crews is a great actor. I like him. Fuck you, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, fuck him. Absolutely, fuck him. If you don't know why he fucking sucks, just Google it.
Yeah,
he sucks for so many reasons.
Did you see the picture? It was like Hulk Hogan when he arrives at hell, and it was like the part where everybody booed at him when he walked out on
WrestleMania. Yeah. God, that was so funny. And he walks away and his pants are around his ankles.
Yeah,
Jesus. I can't believe he outlived Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know about him? He lives out here.
I know Ric Flair.
Well, not here, but like in Tampa.
He used to.
No, I think he still does.
Ric Flair's still alive?
Yeah, there's story. Yeah.
You're saying, can you believe Ric Flair outlived the Hulk?
Did I say the other way around?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
That's why I was confused. I was like,
Ric
I'm
Flair's
pretty sure he's still alive. Yeah.
Shockingly.
Woo!
But apparently he gets super fucking wasted like at bars all the time, and you find him just like wandering the streets with like toilet paper, attached to his shoe, and allegedly.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Good for him. God, if I was his age, I would fucking do it too. What is reality? We just talked about reality.
Be John Carpenter.
Where
I'm just holed up in my mansion playing Assassin's Creed all day. No, I'm dead ass.
That's what Assassin's Creed.
Do you not know about this?
No, I didn't.
All he does is play video games and make music, and then like he'll occasionally go on tour to like play his music live for people. Like he DJs his music. And then he just goes back to playing like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed, and he'll post about it on Twitter.
He's a big Ubisoft head?
Yes.
That's so fucking funny.
He'll play like all the AAA games.
Doesn't he have like crazy takes on Twitter too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like fun ones that you can respect.
Right.
Not like transphobic shit or anything weird.
Not yet.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, the new Far Cry game's really good. And people are like, it sucks, I heard.
And he's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
And like, yeah, they're making another remake of one of my movies, but hey, every time they go to do that, I just put my hand out and they put a check in it.
That's so good. God, The Thing is great. I love The Thing.
Yeah, love The Thing prequel. Won't see it.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would be John Carpenter, where I just shut up and play video games and make music in my mansion.
Yeah, there's two different versions of me at the end of my life, and one is like I can still somehow paint. My hands aren't obliterated by arthritis, and I can just like paint all the things that I've ever wanted to paint.
You're like that guy in Ronin.
Yeah,
have you seen Ronin?
Ronin?
Yeah,
no.
Robert De Niro.
No.
Jean Reno.
Is it Ronin or Ronin?
Well, depends on how much of a weeb you are, I guess.
I'm a fucking tremendous weeb. Are you kidding me?
So which one is it?
It's Ronin.
Ronin, then.
Yeah.
Ronin.
No, I've never seen it.
Dude, we need to watch that.
Okay,
movie.
that's fine.
That's a Debaser classic.
Oh, okay,
right
gotcha.
there.
All right on.
Debaser classic.
Yeah. It's either that or I'm fucking drugged out of my mind and just like living on a different plane of existence until I'm dead. Inside of you are two old men.
One is drug-addled and the other one is a minis painter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how many stars would you give Dark City?
Out of 5, right?
Correct.
Okay, not out of 3.
Yeah, we don't do 3 or 4.
2.5.
2.5?
Yeah. Okay, so
damn, brother, that's
the reason being like it's half of the movie. There are parts of the movie that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I love the place where the strangers are. In fact, like the moment they started showing strangers, I was like, oh, this is Warhammer. Like even the big face that's covering the clock is almost like there's a race of space dwarves and their gods, quote unquote, are just old AI, but they fashioned, well, you called it too, it was going to follow like the AI are housed in hard cases that are shaped like dwarven gods.
Yeah.
Right. And they that's where they get their information from, is these things. And so when I saw that face, I was like, holy fuck, that is where Warhammer stole the I don't know what they're called because I don't like dwarves. So I have no idea what they're actually called. But like that's what that is. And then the like reshaping the city is really cool. The housing new memories to give you a skill that you never had is such a fucking cool idea. Like there's a lot of really cool ideas, and I feel like the movie is kind of hampered by it being made in 1998. Like the sets are great, the acting is fine. It was really slow and like kind of boring in certain areas, so I was getting very tired.
Yeah, I
shouldn't have watched this at fucking 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, there's bits of that like it dragged. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard because there are very cool elements to this film that I very much enjoy, and I think it's very neat that a lot of other sci-fi properties stole from this. Like this movie's not big. I don't know how many people have actually seen this, but it clearly had some sort of impact because like I can point to it and be like, that's Morty's Mind Blowers. Like frickin' Morty stole from this, you know? The Matrix, like there's so much that got influences from this film that we would not have those if this film was not made, or we'd have different versions of them if this film was not made. All that to say that like, man, I wish this movie had a better budget. I wish it had more entertaining actors in it. Like William Hurt's probably the best part of, well, no, sorry. Kiefer Sutherland is the best part of the film, but he's not the person that we follow.
We didn't really talk about his performance that much, and
he's going for it.
No, he's doing so much. He's doing like a very off-putting, like strange German scientist.
He's doing a German scientist
by way of like Peter Lorre a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
I don't know who that is, but like
you know him in the Looney Tunes cartoons, like Animaniacs and stuff. He's that weirdo guy with the bug eyes that they would always make fun of. And he sounds like these.
Oh, that guy, yeah. The guy who did he play Igor?
He would be like an Igor kind of character. Yeah. Because that's Peter Lorre. Yeah.
That's 100% what he was doing. And
he even has like a little prosthetic thing over his eye.
To make him look a little deformed. Yeah. He's got this stupid haircut. Like, yeah. He's going for it. And his character is very bizarre. It's so different in the entire city.
Like, I was riveted every time he speaks.
Oh, like
I'm just like, he's so fascinating.
Yeah, he's great. He's the best part of the movie. And then the next part would be Detective Bumstead. Like William Hurt understood the assignment, and
he's like the calm, cool center of the movie. Really.
Exactly. Yeah. But your lead, like Jennifer Connelly, is nothing in this movie.
She's wasted in this movie.
Yeah.
And I really thought, I was like, oh, maybe the theatrical version like cut a bunch of her stuff down, but no, the director's cut, she barely does. Her two biggest scenes are where she sings in the nightclub to none of our main characters.
Yeah, nobody's there.
None of them are there.
Yeah, and then Rufus.
It's just to get the neo-noir vibe, you know?
Yeah, and then Rufus Sewell, bless his soul.
Sewell?
I don't know how you say his name, but like he didn't do anything.
He's just kind of a blank slate.
Yeah, he's kind of a blank slate.
Like, and I think that was what the director wanted, because he didn't want people to like, you know him as an actor to be like, oh, well, it's going to be this kind of movie where he's actually the protagonist. They want you to, actually think that like, oh, he might be a serial killer and we don't want to root for this guy. I think that was his intention of hiring him.
I'm so
but
sorry.
Also,
that was lost, like completely lost, because I think he is trying really hard to make you, like the director is trying really hard to make you think that this guy is a serial killer. But I don't know. At no point in time I was like, this is our protagonist. Clearly there's something going on.
But like
yeah, sure.
In its defense, like spoilers for Memento does that.
Right, yes.
I mean, turns it on its head, and like the worst thing is actually true about our protagonist.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Sure. I don't know. I guess I did not expect this guy to do that.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at. So I don't know. But all that to say is that like, there's a lot of really cool things that this movie is doing, but it's also held back by not like tremendously great acting, especially from like our main lead. And also like I just really do believe that this is held back by its 90s-ness. And if they did do a TV show and, the world that exists afterwards is like super fucked up, and they do get like a gritty crime thing going on. Like if they made our main character a detective or somebody who's like trying to unravel the mystery of what's going on, I think it would be more entertaining. But as it stands, that is not the movie that we got. So that is my thoughts on it. Yeah. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I give it a solid 3 out of 5.
Okay. Oh, well, a half a star difference, and
I had to grill you a little bit to get more content. No,
I was like, did you get what you were looking for, Jared?
I had an incredible time watching this when I was 12 years old,
of course, and
caught it on TV randomly one day.
Yeah,
but watching it again, in a modern lens, it's rough, real rough around the edges. The editing's rough. The effects haven't aged well. This was right on the cusp of when CGI was getting, acceptable.
Oh, yeah.
Because like some of it is pulled off okay. A lot of it is not. And I think it's even worse in the 4K Blu-ray because you can, see it in such high definition that it looks worse. But yeah, some of the acting is really subpar. Whereas, other times, like 2 of our side characters are like tremendous, or excelling out, beyond what the movie is calling for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And then there's like, I wouldn't say plot holes, but there's just some contrivances.
Like what? What about this film bothers you?
Well, like we mentioned them as we were going, like the, what are the strangers actually looking for?
Sure.
That's not fully explained.
They don't actually talk about it. That's right.
Yeah. The whole like, how is this operating in like the mechanics of how this thing operates in space?
Yeah.
Again, not that important. You can kind of wipe over that, but it's just a lot of small things like that don't add up. What is the purpose of the giant face covering around the clock?
It looks cool as shit.
Yeah. It looks cool and feels like, German expressionist, but like it doesn't have a physical purpose, you know?
Yeah, I could make an inference that because it is behind a human face and because the clock is able to manipulate the sleep patterns of people, that it is some sort of machination that is, how do you say, tied up to every soul inside the Dark City.
I think,
or is that too much? Would Alex Proyas say
this isn't,
stop it?
I don't know. Okay, it's not explicitly laid out, but I think how everyone goes to sleep is all of these strangers focus their mental telekinesis.
Oh yeah, they're clicking
and hypnotize everyone to fall asleep.
And
the point of the clock is just to show that the city is moving or not. Mm-hmm. But it is like a representation of the machine that they focus their powers into to control the city.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Again, this is all subtext in the movie.
Right. Yeah, they don't, as you said, they don't explain it.
But this kind of stuff, the more you break it down, like it doesn't track kind of stuff. You kind of have to make inferences, which honestly makes it better too. Instead of a movie that would sit down and give you all of this information, it would suck.
Yeah, we have said many times that we do like show, don't tell.
Yeah, exactly.
It is causing us to discuss the film. So he wins either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like it would be nice to have a few answers about what's going on.
Some of the things, feel they could have used more explanation. But it's just hampered by some things like that. And also, it's one of those things where, like, if you put on The Matrix after this, it is a million times better.
Well, and
just every classification.
Even films that came out a year before it are a million times better. But like I was going to say, you were mentioning a movie that you saw on TV that, had a big impact on you when you were a child. And that movie for me is Starship Troopers. Now, granted, Starship Troopers has 5 times the budget, so that does make more sense why
it had that big of a budget.
$100 million USD.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, they did a lot of CGI in that, come to think of it.
They did. But when you look at it, it obviously looks significantly better than this film. But, also, once again, 5 times the budget, essentially. So, but I mean, like, it just goes to show that money definitely will get you.
Okay, and also, Paul Verhoeven, a much better director than no offense to Alex Proyas, but
1,000%. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But like, I guess what I was saying is like this movie is hampered by the 90ness of it because like a lot of 90s films were low budget. And if you wanted to have CGI, you had to spend out the fucking nose to make it look good. And a great example is Jurassic Park, 1993. Jurassic Park 2, 1997, Titanic, 1997, Starship Troopers, 1997. You have like these kinds of films, especially those 3 that came out a year before this, and then you see this, I would be disappointed. And like what?
You know what the commonality between all of those other movies though too is
better directors?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was going to say.
I know.
So I think a lot of this is hampered by like Alex's shortcomings. I think maybe he's a little mediocre,
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
mid, as the kids would say.
Yeah, I was like, should I say mid? And I'm like, no, because I'm not young enough.
And also, like this movie,
incorporate that.
I wouldn't say the movie is mid. Once again, if it was mid, then we wouldn't have a lot of these tropes that we have in sci-fi films now.
Right. It's like I respect this movie so much because like you have to give it its props.
Yeah, like I'm saying, the parts that are very heady are very cool and good, and I enjoy that. But it's still held back, and I guess the director, you're right, is probably the weak link.
Yeah. So, would you release this film under the Debaser label?
I would not. This is my first no.
Yeah.
And my reasoning once again goes back to all the things that I said about the film and why I gave it the score that it did. Like I understand that it does fit a lot of our boxes that we check. Right? Is it a weird movie that nobody's ever heard of? Like, yeah, well, I mean, and I've never heard of it. So yeah, it's that. Is it like, is it a sci-fi film? Yeah, it is, but it stops there for me. Cause like when I think about the movies that I would, if I was one of the 2-headed giants here for our label, our fake label that does not exist yet, it would be, something that's weird and esoteric and has like a lot of hidden meanings and layers, but those layers were put there deliberately by the director, and it's a commentary on this, or it's it's an explanation of that. It's probably gay in some way, it's probably horror in some way, it's got like I wouldn't, obviously I wouldn't put like Marvel films into our boutique. There's no reason to, but it would best like when I think about what we do, it's Ari Aster, it's Robert Eggers, it's the Philippou brothers, it's whomever who did I Saw the TV Glow. Like that's such a good,
Jane Schoenbrunn.
Yeah, that's such a good representation of like encapsulation of all the things that I think would end up being in there. It's got great cinematography, it's got great direction, it's got great acting in it, it's got layers upon layers of what makes it good. And like Bound doesn't do that, but also Bound has a lot of other substance, because I'm like trying to think of the things that we've covered that would end up in there. And so this one's a no for me.
I understand.
It's
a yes for me.
Yeah,
because I think it's so foundational to the genre of sci-fi and neo-noir. And now, do I think we could do a better release than Arrow? I mean, we'd be hard pressed.
That poster is so fucking cool. And I love the box art. Oh, the box art is the poster, isn't it?
It's beautiful and intricate. Well, this was commissioned for this release.
Gotcha.
That poster,
Is the material on that like almost like a felty? Can I touch it?
It's cardboard, yeah. But it's like a very high-end like paper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
There's also a slipcover for that box too. But yeah, you can dump out the inserts if you want to see it. We'd be hard pressed to like do a better release than this. They also did a lot of featurettes. Like it's not just physical. There's also like a couple of documentaries on the disc, and it's got like 5 commentary tracks.
I would listen to the one with Roger Ebert on it. I think that would
me
be
too. Because I would be more interested in his.
Is the person who did the poster credited on this on the poster?
You know what? Let me find it, because I want to name drop them, because just like our Bound episode, I really liked that we did that.
Yeah, because the person who did this captured everything about this film. Like I like this poster more than I like the movie.
Yeah,
because like it's got, to describe it, it's got the maze that you see with the rat in it, and the city's built around it, and then we have John Murdoch on the. That's not a bridge; it's like a parapet from earlier when he uses the tuning to kill his pursuers, and then there's the face with the clock in it. Like it's really sick.
The poster that's on the Arrow video release that we're talking about is by Doug John Miller, and I will provide a link to him and his work in the description of the episode.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out. I quite enjoy it.
But yeah, I would like to, like, if given the option, I would try to obtain the rights for it, just because I think it's so important and foundational, but it wouldn't be high on my list. But I would do it. And also because it's important to me, because like I saw it at a young age, and it was 100%. Just like such a cool movie to me back then.
I feel you, man. There's a lot of movies from my childhood that are very foundational to the rest of me, and like the unfortunate thing is like there a lot of them are blockbusters. Like it's fucking the Tim Burton Batman films. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. It's Jurassic Park, obviously. Star Wars and shit.
One of the things I said to you before we watched it was like, if you saw this movie when you were like 10 or 11, it would have been one of your favorite movies.
Yeah,
do you think that rings true?
I see. The problem is I would have needed to catch this right about around the time that the strangers are pursuing John.
Okay.
Like the fight on the
over the billboard
Sunset Beach billboard. Yeah. Because leading up to that, I think I would have changed the channel, dude.
Damn.
But like the unfortunate thing is like I did not, me at 12 years old, did not have the patience for that.
My man did not like noir.
No, I didn't. I hate to say it. Like even, but here's the thing is I grew up watching the Batman animated show, and I know that roots of it are in noir. That show is 1,000%. I put on the first episode like 2 years ago, and I was like, holy fuck, this show drags. No, I'm not saying bad, and I'm saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying it in a bad way. Don't hit me, please.
I'm sorry, it's not Coco Melon, you baby.
Shut up. How do I say this?
It's not afraid to be slow and take its time, even for a kid's show.
Exactly that,
and also that was par of the course in 1991 too.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. But it's like it when I put it up against a lot of the other things that I watched as a kid. I'm shocked that I had the patience for it, if that makes sense. But like one of my favorite ones, and I think I've told you this too, one of my favorite episodes of the original Batman one was all his rogues gallery sitting around a table, like talking about
almost got him.
Yeah. And then like
classic episode.
Yeah. It turns out he's sitting there as the Killer Croc, right?
Yeah. He's in disguise as Croc the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, a little debaser lore for you. This podcast was almost a Batman the Animated Series podcast.
Oh,
that was the first like originating idea I had for a podcast, and it was going to be me and Jason before he moved out.
Oh, because he had never seen it?
Yeah, he had not seen it before, and I was like, oh my God, what if we start a podcast where we just like talk about every episode as we watch them?
That's not out of the realm of possibility. You could always do that.
I would love to pivot to that one day, or if we needed to do something for like a Patreon show or something, that could be it. Because like, how fun would it be to watch an episode of Batman every week? It's been
so long since I've watched it, and like I know my son knows who Batman is. Also, real quick, I took my kid to see Superman, and like I wish he had paid more attention to it. But when he was paying attention, it was when Superman was saving, like dogs and squirrels and shit. And there's a kid in his daycare that like tries to kill lizards and stuff. And he tells me about it all the time. And I tell him like, Ezra, you should stand up to him and say like, hey, that's not cool. Don't do that. We like lizards. Lizards are cool. And the other day I did that. It was like Tuesday. It was like right after we saw Superman. And I told him that, I was like, how Superman saves everybody. Like all life is precious. And he's like, yeah. I'm going to be Superman today.
Dude. This is why we need a good fucking Superman movie.
I agree.
And we can't just fucking make, but what if he had to kill a guy?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, Zach.
I know, yeah.
Snyder.
Specifically him, not my boss.
Yeah.
Zach,
I was like, wait, but there is a Zach that listens to the show. Sorry, not you, bud.
But yeah, man, I really liked that new. I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
This is why the children need a good Superman movie that they can see.
Someone that they can look up to that stands up to bullies and does the right thing, and sees all life having value and whatnot.
Yeah.
You definitely need that.
The children yearn for Superman.
It's true.
Well, folks, that's been our show. Thank you for listening to Debaser. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to us on your podcast app and follow us on social media by searching for @DebaserPod. I need to add this into this script here, but also leave us a review, please, on whatever you listen to us on, Apple Podcast or Pocket Cast or Spotify, whatever.
Yeah.
I think Apple Podcast is the only place where you can actually type out a review. But everywhere else, it's just, you just give us 5 stars, and that helps like move us up the ladder on like, promotional stuff.
We should be competing with Joe Rogan. We absolutely should.
Listen, he makes too much money to be an idiot. But yeah, if you review our podcast, it helps like put us on charts so that more people see us.
Yeah.
So it's very beneficial. My wonderful co-host is Will. Will, where can people find you, and do you have anything to plug?
You can find me on Blue Sky at willswitch.engage. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Is it underscore or hyphen? What is the...
That's a fucking good question.
Damn, brother, you don't know.
I don't know my fucking... Yeah, it's a hyphen. Will switch.
It's a hyphen.
Hyphen engage.
Hey, listener, the good news is it's in the show notes, so you just have to click that link.
Hey, there you go. And you can see all the stuff that I painted that I was stressing about the last 3 fucking weeks. Good God. And hey, look, I'm not really good at taking pictures. It's unfortunate, but trust me, they look way better in person. Something I'd like to plug. So I have a friend, they work at a comic book store, and they recently created a Letterboxd account.
Oh, shit.
And whatnot. And so they do movie reviews.
Okay, yeah.
And this is my friend Derek. Derek goes by DSull TV. That's capital DSULL. Capital TV on Letterboxd.
I'll put a link to it in the description.
Sounds good. And if you like all the silly little reviews that Jared gets off of Letterboxd, hey, I bet you really like them off of Derek's stuff, because Derek is very funny, and this is also the person that was like put me onto wanting to see Superman.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Cool. For my co-host Will, I'm Jared. Good night, everybody, and take care. Debaser, a film podcast, is hosted and produced by Will Taylor and Jared Rusk. The show is mixed and edited by Jared Rusk. The theme song is also by Jared Rusk. The cover art is by Dog Bites Back on Instagram. Special thanks to Haley and Courtney for their love and understanding. Check out debaserpod.com for links to all of our episodes and to find us on social media like Blue Sky, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for listening, and take care of each other.